Azad Medical College. She's in charge of the pediatric antiretroviral therapy unit, Lok Nayak Hospital. Over to you, ma'am. Dr. Rajeshwari, ma'am.
Thank you very much for giving me an opportunity to be here. These slides which I'm sharing with you, I received from NACO. I received from NACO last week, and we had a training of medical officers. These are the latest recommendations of NACO. I have been told to speak for only 5 to 7 minutes, and in these 7 to 8 minutes, I shall share all the relevant information which a gynecologist needs to know. So this is the outline of the management of an HIV-exposed and an infected infant and child. I shall touch upon those aspects which are relevant to a gynecologist. Now, it is important to know that when we say it's an HIV-exposed infant, it means that it's a child who has been born to an HIV-infected mother till the time that the infection in the child has been excluded, which means we do a testing at 18 months of age. And prior to 18 months, we have to do a PCR test for diagnosing HIV infection in a child. Now, can you hear me?
मालती थोड़ा सबको ना डॉक्टर राजेश्वरी के अलावा
Yes.
सब लोग म्यूट कर ले प्लीज अपने आप को.
Yes, ma'am, we can hear you.
Yes. The reason why we are emphasizing on early infant diagnosis is because these children suffer from malnutrition, growth failure, they have developmental delay, and they have repeated infections, and there's a high mortality in the first year. That is the reason why it is important that we diagnose these children as early as possible. Now coming to, I think this is the most important slide which I would like to share with you. The most important thing is immediate care of the child at birth. We also discuss infant feeding options. I shall touch a bit about ARV prophylaxis and early infant diagnosis. The remaining immunization, cotrimoxazole, growth and development are relevant to a pediatrician, which I think I shall not touch upon. So with that, let me go ahead. Yes, this is, I think, is most relevant. The immediate care at birth. What is important is that we avoid multiple vaginal examination. We avoid invasive fetal monitoring. We avoid suctioning, and if at all, we use a less than 100 millimeter pressure suction. We avoid milking the cord, and we avoid delayed clamping of cord. The most important thing is that the mother should be on retroviral therapy at this time. If she has been seen in the antenatal period, we must have started ART on her and then follow all these steps as I just described. Now, immediate care at birth, what is important is that the under cover of ART to the mother, the healthcare personnel should follow universal precautions for healthcare providers and enforce that not multiple vaginal examinations are done. We avoid fetal monitoring, we avoid milking of cord, and we avoid delayed clamping of cord. This is the most important immediate care at birth. In addition to this, we wipe the baby's mouth and nostrils as soon as the child is born, and we cover the cord with a gloved hand and gauze before cutting to avoid spillage. This is very important for gynecologists, which NACO has emphasized time and again. Then this has already been, yes. And initiate feeding within the first hour of birth according to the preferred and informed choice of the parents. I think the mother has a lot of contacts with the gynecologist, and therefore during the antenatal period, they should be counseled about the kind of feeding options they would like to adopt. It is either exclusive breastfeeding or top feeding. And currently, National AIDS Control Organization emphasizes that if a mother is on antiretroviral therapy and we follow these precautions at birth, she should be encouraged to breastfeed, provided the mother is on retroviral therapy and the baby gets ARV prophylaxis. Now, we have two feeding options in front of us. One is exclusive breastfeeding, which means that nothing else is offered besides medicines if required to the baby. Then there is the option of exclusive replacement feeding, in which case there is no breastfeeding at all, and we offer animal milk or a dairy milk or a formula hygienically prepared. There is no scope for mixed feeding because that increases the risk of diarrheal disease. I think as a gynecologist, the infant feeding options should be very clearly explained to the mother in the antenatal period so that she is able to take a informed decision as to what is best suited for her. We all know the advantages of breastfeeding and we all know the disadvantages of replacement feeding. I'll not touch upon this. We have been doing this for many, many years. Regarding the duration of breastfeeding, it is important that the mother, if she is opting to breastfeed, she can exclusively breastfeed for the first 6 months of life. And the baby is put to complementary feeding after 6 months. And she can continue breastfeed for 12 to 24 months, provided the mother is on retroviral therapy. In addition, the baby is also given ARV prophylaxis. It is important that with good adherence to ART and a mother who is virally suppressed, her risk of transmission to the baby with all these precautions becomes less than 1%. So it is extremely important that we take all these precautions. Yes, counseling for infant feeding should begin in the antenatal period as a gynecologist, and all positive pregnant women should be informed about infant feeding options. And as I already said, the options are either breastfeeding or top feeding, and there is no scope for mixed feeding. She should initiate breastfeeding within an hour of delivery, both in a normal delivery as well as in cesarean. Mixed feeding increases the risk of transmission. Now, coming to, yes, if the mother opts for replacement feeding, then the criteria for replacement feeding should be met, that she should have access to safe water, sanitation. She should be able to afford the feed, and she should have access to, feeding in a clean manner, and the family should be supportive of this practice. We all know this, but then this should be emphasized that only if she is able to meet these criteria, that we should allow her or she can opt for replacement feeding. Yes, and as far as what feeding goes, unmodified fresh animal milk can be cow milk or buffalo milk, hygienically boiled, cooled, and offered with a cup and spoon. It is important to feed in a hygienical manner, and I think we all know that. The infant feeding has to be introduced at 6 months of age. We start with small amounts of feed, and I think this is the role of the pediatrician. Coming to, yes. And dilution of feeding should be avoided, and the mother should be advised to give extra feed during illness. This is the most important slide. I will spend about 5 minutes on this slide. It is important that the HIV-exposed infant is given antiretroviral drugs. It is important that the mother has been on ART for at least more than 24 weeks. If that is so, then to the baby, 6 weeks of retroviral therapy, namely single dose nevirapine, which was practiced earlier, is not done anymore. Now we are giving nevirapine for a period of 6 weeks. In the event that the mother has not got retroviral therapy for a period of 24 weeks, then we have 2 scenarios in front of us. If the child is going to be top fed, then again 6 weeks of retroviral therapy should do. Otherwise, if the child is going to be breastfed, the child has to get 12 weeks of therapy. So it is important that the mother is started on. As a gynecologist, I would like to emphasize that all these mothers should be on retroviral therapy for at least 24 weeks prior to delivery, because that is how an entire viral suppression will take place. Coming to the choice of drugs, the recommended drugs is TLE, tenofovir, lamivudine, efavirenz, which is to be given to all these mothers as a single tablet at bedtime. And it should be started as soon as possible in antenatal period, preferably for more than 24 weeks. If the mother is already on TLE and it's a planned pregnancy, she should continue the same regime, and the child is given nevirapine for a period of 6 weeks. In the event that the mother has not been started, she should be started on ART as soon as she comes into contact with the health facility, It may be even during labor or whatever late, whenever it is, and it should be continued lifelong. This has been emphasized. In the event that the mother is started on retroviral therapy later, the baby would have to get a longer duration of prophylaxis. Now, there are situations where this nevirapine for 6 weeks will not be effective, and there are 3 such conditions. Number 1, if the mother is HIV-2 infected, nevirapine will not do. Secondly, if in a previous pregnancy the child has got nevirapine, then again it will not help. And thirdly, if the infant is born to a mother who is on a protease inhibitor-based regimen, then again nevirapine will not do. We have to give zidovudine. So I think I'm clear enough. TLE to the mother as soon as possible, preferably as soon as she comes into contact with the healthcare facility, in which case if it is more than 24 weeks antenatally, 6 weeks drugs to the baby. In the event it is started late, the child has to get for 12 weeks. It is nevirapine for a period of 6 weeks to the baby. However, these 3 situations, the child has to get zidovudine. Any questions, please?
Thank you so much, ma'am. This was very, very enlightening. Any questions, please?
बहुत बढ़िया.
Very nice, Dr. Rajeshwari, as always.
I just want to say that very good presentation for the gynecologist. 16 weeks onwards, definitely आप दीजिएगा. Antiretroviral therapy मतलब has 24 weeks जैसे उन्होंने बोला 24 weeks तक होना चाहिए start. So
Yes.
16 weeks. So that is what I just wanted to say, that 16 weeks होना चाहिए.
As early as possible. As early as possible.
That is true. That is true. At
Exactly.
least 16 weeks onwards.
Yes,
तो
yes.
शुरू कर ही दीजिएगा.
Actually, sir, once it is started as early as possible, and this antiretroviral treatment is lifelong after that.
That
We
is true.
don't encourage
And it is-
only for the pregnancy.
I'm working in a government hospital, and I was surprised that few patients came to me कि हमें मतलब HIV ट्रीटमेंट स्टार्ट करना है. मतलब मेरे हस्बैंड को मतलब that they all knew मतलब बहुत सारे मतलब they were uneducated, and regarding one more thing regarding the condom which you presented. Actually, now we have a one-stop center also, so we are getting patients. I mean, POXO Act के अंदर भी young 8, 9, 10 year. So what I have observed, 12 या 13 साल से ऊपर, at least in my area, all females are sexually active. उनके सबके boyfriend है. And number 2, then I had to work with the NAS Foundation. NAS Foundation is an NGO which is working for the condoms which are given to adolescents, 13 saal, 14 saal. So they make special condoms for them. The sizes are small. So they are available in India also. And number 3, just I want to, because nowadays the young couples are also indulging in oral sex, anal sex. Oral anal sex. They are, so for that, dental dams are available on Amazon. Dental dams are small latex material के होते हैं. They are put on the anus.
Yes.
And so that जो partner है, because ये condom I can tell you कोई नहीं पहनता. हमारे we give condoms तो बाहर पड़े होते हैं, बाहर जो फेंक देते हैं सारे के सारे. Normally भी नहीं करते. तो एक तो बहुत जरूरी है condom promotion की.
Dr. Ruby, I wanted
also there definitely.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Kishore. Dr. Ruby, I wanted to ask you one question. You talked about
Yes.
everyone is talking about oral sex. It has really become common amongst the new generation these days. So how is the female condom used for oral sex? Just mota bata dijiye.
No, it is the same. They have to be used. They have to be put into the vagina. And whatever the way they are just doing the oral sex, it is like the male condoms they are using. So they are doing oral sex. Same is the female condom. Only thing.
Ruby, I think या तो डॉक्टर साहब बताएं किशोर, और नहीं तो दिव्या को करना पड़ेगा. एक पूरा सेशन इस पे लगाएंगे.
Yes.
मतलब उसमें dental dams use होता है for the oral sex. वो ना condom will not be. मतलब we are talking about 2 things ना. जो उसके ट्रांसमिशन जो है उसको अगर आप बाहर लगा, दैट इज पुट ऑन द आउटसाइड ऑफ द वजाइना एंड ऑन द एनस, बाहर लगाते हैं वो, एंड इट्स जस्ट स्मॉल लिटिल, and you can make it from the condom itself. वो जो dental dam can be made with the condom itself. So that is used, and but definitely we need some education or something in that, because this is becoming common. So I think we have to have some education for them.
I take leave and I wish you all the best.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Rajeshwari. Thank you very much.
Anybody who would like to give some inputs?
Yes.
See, the question is, whatever has been taught, there is no questions involved. Please,
Dr. Archana Pathak, would you like to?
आप लोगों को PPT भेजूंगी. आप उसके बाद जो भी कुछ है, please go to the Google and get it done. And people like me also say that, you know, for me it is difficult to imagine, but it is pretty common.
Yes, madam.
It is pretty common. So I think the choice common हो जाए.
Ma'am, और ना ये जो जैसे अब अगर आप ना इफ यू गो द रेड लाइट्स पे जो अपने हिजड़े और ये होते हैं ना ट्रांसजेंडर्स, स्टडी वाज डन, आउट ऑफ देम 40% आर HIV पॉजिटिव बिकॉज दे ऑफर एनल सेक्स. आई मीन दैट्स व्हाई इट इज बिकमिंग वेरी कॉमन, एंड देयरफॉर वी हैव टू डू समथिंग फॉर दैट आल्सो.
Anyway, I think, you know, this is not enough. This is only sensitization of the doctors, sensitization of gynecologists who are off the stream as far as the HIV is concerned. And that's why small things are brought to you to get at least familiarized कि क्या terms हो गई हैं. दुनिया बहुत आगे निकल गई है.
Yes, madam.
दुनिया बहुत आगे निकल गई है. And now I'm going to make one request. People who have their clinics, who want a patient, you know, on a TV, some program to be going on, how many people are interested, please make up their mind whether they will be interested in something like this on a waiting area, and I will make a group, and in that particular group we will make 10 or 12 people, or they can just send one this thing that they are willing. They should tell they should give the card of the clinic who's interested. अभी मैं उनसे कोई पैसे की बात नहीं कर रही हूँ. आप मुझे बताओ कितने लोग willing हैं, because that program of Saheli, it is very useful. It is there in my clinic. People appreciate a lot, and I think that particular program should be there with everybody. So, how many of you are interested who do not have a TV there, and where they will like for a patient information, something is going on there. So, if people who are interested, please let us know about it. They can send me a mail or something like this, or they can. We will see how this information can be passed on. We will make an area in charge, and then the information goes to them, and then we take it from them. Because I was approached by those Saheli people again, that in case people were interested, they can provide the television and they can provide the information. So I said we can work it out, and I think if the offer has been given, we should grab it.
Yes.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I now request.
You want to summarize, or anybody wants to summarize? I think today's program was great.
Yes, I just want to say something.
Dr. Archana Pathak, would you like to give the vote of thanks?
Just one. One good thing about HIV, what I have observed is that actually संजय गांधी में last 8 years से ना sentinel survey हो रहा है HIV के लिए, मतलब HIV in pregnancy. तो we take जितने भी pregnant patient हैं सबका HIV goes, and वो ना MAMC में होता है. तो but we don't get the results, but finally I was able to get it. So the HIV incidence is decreasing at least for last 3 years. तो and it is around 0.18% now. मतलब पहले 0.21 के करीब था, 0.1. At least it is in decreasing. That is some good sign at least for us.
Doctor, when I was there as one of the members in NACO, that time the incidence was just quoted, divide is 1% and 2%, south 2%, and it is 1%.
Yes, madam.
But now the latest had been 0.25, and now you say it was 0.18%.
At least at Sanjay Gandhi, maybe different from other hospitals, maybe. Yes.
Doctor, आप मान के चलिए प्राइवेट सेक्टर में HIV सबका होता है.